If you thought August was going to be quiet for the Commanders, think again. We have 3 major updates that will make you forget the Washington Heat. First, a rookie under more pressure than ever. Second, 2 legends on their way to Canton, wearing Burgundy and Gold. Third, a situation that's got the entire DMV on edge, possibly defining our immediate future. Think Adam Peters has it all under control? Stick around, because what's coming will leave you speechless. I know many of you are nervous about Josh Connolly Jr., and after years of drafting players who didn't meet expectations, the concern is valid. Remember Emmanuel Forbes Jr.? That's why our hearts race whenever a first-round rookie struggles. In training camp, here's the hard truth. ESPN reports that our future right tackle needs to show improved strength to earn the starting spot by week 1. Dan Graciano watched practices in Ashburn and had positive things to say about Jaden Daniels, Deebo Samuel Sr., and even 7th-round running back Jacare Krosky-Merritt. But the news on Connolly isn't what we hoped for. What worries me most is Andrew Wiley might start the season at right tackle. Wiley, a player we brought for depth, not as a long-term solution. This tells us a lot about where Connolly really stands in his development. Let's analyze. The Commanders prioritized protecting Jaden Daniels this offseason. First, they brought in 5-time Pro Bowler Laramie Tunsil for the left side, then used the 29th overall pick on Connolly specifically for the right. On paper, perfect plan with elite talent on both ends. But local reporters are describing Connolly as exceptionally raw. You know what that means? Fundamental techniques, footwork, hand placement, the basics expected from a first-round tackle, need work. Dan Quinn and his staff are watching practices where Connolly, at 21, is being overpowered by NFL veterans. I get that a learning curve is normal, but with Jaden Daniels relying on this offensive line, there's no time luxury. The flashbacks to Emmanuel Forbes Jr. are real. Another young player with obvious red flags. For Forbes, it was his weight. How did that pan out? Forbes struggled through his rookie season, lost confidence, and now his future with the team is uncertain. Now, I'm not saying Connolly will follow the same path. Different positions, different challenges, but the pattern of choosing potential over production is familiar and not always successful. Beat reporters agree. Connolly needs muscle and technique upgrades fast. If Andrew Wiley starts, it's admitting that our right tackle of the future wasn't ready to contribute in year 1. What does that mean for Jaden Daniels? Our second-year quarterback will face a major question mark on the offensive line. Wiley is competent, but not why we traded draft capital to improve protection. Here's the deal. It's still August, and Connolly can improve. Many rookies have rough training camps and find their groove in the regular season. But that window closes daily without significant progress, increasing the odds that Wiley starts week 1. The staff is working intensely with him, adjusting techniques, specific strength training, accelerating mental development. But ultimately, Connolly has to find that switch all rookies need, or we'll be having very different conversations about our offensive line soon. Do you think Connolly will respond to the pressure, or are we witnessing early warnings of another draft pick not meeting expectations? If that's worrying, wait till you hear this excitement. 2 future Hall of Famers wearing our colors, transforming our defense and organizational culture. CBS Sports confirmed what we knew. Bobby Wagner and Von Miller are destined for Canton, and they're on our team. Can you believe it? After years of mediocre talent on defense, seasons praying for decent linebacker play, now we have 2 absolute legends anchoring our defense. Let's look beyond headlines, because what's happening in Ashburn is deeper than statistics and accolades. Bobby Wagner's signing was brilliant by Adam Peters. He led the entire league in tackles in 2023 at 33 years old. In a league where linebackers decline after 30, Wagner still plays at the highest level. 10 Pro Bowls, take that in. 10 times peers and coaches recognized him as one of the NFL's best linebackers. 6 All-Pro selections, meaning he wasn't just good, but the best in his position those years. Member of the All-Decade team of the 2010s. Dominance. Of an entire decade, his role in Seattle's Legion of Boom. More than just a player, he was the brain, making all the calls, putting everyone in position for plays. What's incredible, Wagner isn't here to ride off into the sunset. Training camp reports show him playing with the same intensity and an elite motor. Joe Witt Jr. praises his football IQ, play diagnosis ability, and impact on young players. Fans might not fully grasp. Wagner's value extends beyond Sunday performances. He's a guy who's been there, done that at the highest level. When Jeremy Chin or Frankie Louvu have questions about route recognition or gap responsibility, they learn from someone who perfected those skills over a decade of elite play. Now, let's move to Von Miller, where excitement really kicks in. 129.5 career sacks, placing him 25th in history. Understand the elite level needed to be top 25 all-time in sacks, a player terrorizing quarterbacks since 2011. Here's the thrill. Joe Witt Jr. says at 36, Miller still pressures quarterbacks, not here for ceremonial presence nor mentoring while taking plays off. He's here to play and play high level. Mentoring? Our defensive meetings are pass rush seminars led by Miller. Seminars. Imagine being Dorrance Armstrong Jr. or any young pass rushers having Von Miller break down techniques used to embarrass Hall of Fame quarterbacks for over a decade. Ryan Kerrigan means our defensive line coach, combined with Miller, gives 225 career sacks of experience teaching young players. That's Burgundy and Gold, baby. When was the last time we had that expertise level? Where it gets tactical. Witt experiments with Miller and Louvu as defensive ends in specific packages. Moving Armstrong inside next to Darren Payne, called their NASCAR package. This is brilliant. Finally, flexibility to put best players on the field without worrying about traditional positions. Miller at 36 has elite quickness. Louvu rushes from multiple spots. Armstrong sizably moves inside on passing downs. Payne creates problems offense can't handle with standard schemes. This kind of flexibility is championship team behavior. Chiefs do this constantly. Moving Chris Jones, using various personnel based on situations, creating offensive mismatches unrehearsable during the week. Then there's Darryl Tapp, a name casual fans might not know, but crucial to our defensive changes. Tapp enters his second year as line coach, heavily relied upon this season. Tapp wasn't just a player. At 6'1" and 270 pounds, his success came through technique and intelligence. In Seattle, recorded 15 sacks, 46 QB hits, 153 tackles, 23 tackles for loss over 3 years. Not Hall of Fame numbers, but technically sound, well-rounded play ideal for teaching young players. Witt confessed lesser effectiveness last year at maximizing line skill sets than with secondary and linebackers. This year relies on Tapp's expertise, showing promising early results. Johnny Newton improved significantly in his second season. Armstrong and pass rush specialist Jacob Martin demonstrate sophisticated techniques. All this amounts to a potentially special defense. Elite linebacker Wagner, proven pass rusher Miller, Witt's history of developing Pro Bowl players, coaching. Infrastructure with Tapp maximizes potential. Let me tell you, championship teams aren't just talent-based, they're about the right talent, experience, and coaching mix. For the first time in years, our defense has all three aligned. Can this Hall of Fame talent and expert coaching transform our unit into something extraordinary? Now, the real kicker, Terry McLaurin, our star receiver, the definition of loyalty through all our struggles, is requesting a trade. A trade! Understand why this is more than a contract dispute. It's about respect, timing, championship windows. Whether Adam Peters and Dan Quinn can keep this team together during potentially our best success chance in decades. Diana Rossini from The Athletic provides insights for understanding this situation. McLaurin isn't specifically asking for DK Metcalf's Pittsburgh deal, 5-year, $150 million, but seeks similar contract structure elements. And what are those elements? Guaranteed money, average annual value, contract. Length reflecting his status as a true WR1. Metcalf's deal set a new market standard, which players like McLaurin use as negotiation benchmarks. But here's the complication, where Peters faces a real dilemma. Terry turns 30 on September 15th. Metcalf, by comparison, turns 28 on December 14th. In NFL terms, a significant age difference for giving a mega contract carrying into mid-30s. Understand, I completely see both sides, but time's ticking, and every passing day complicates without resolution. From Terry's view, consider his journey. Drafted by this organization in 2019 as we were finding our identity, he's endured QB carousels that would destroy lesser receivers. Alex Smith, Kyle Allen, Dwayne Haskins, Taylor Heineke, Carson Wentz, Sam Howell, he's caught. From everyone maintaining elite production. In 2023, McLaurin caught 79 passes for 1,002 yards, 4 touchdowns with multiple QBs and evolving offense. Those aren't just good. They're WR1 stats under tough conditions. And then his 2024 breakout season with Jaden Daniels to McLaurin and Daniels' chemistry was immediate, undeniable. Terry became Daniels' safety net, go-to target in clutch moments, deep threat when big plays needed, multiple game-winning, out-drives critical moments bringing us to the NFC Championship game. Now, after his career best and franchise's most successful year in ages, to be told age makes him risky for long-term investment? Can see why he's frustrated. Peter's perspective, making decisions benefiting the organization long-term, not just individual player satisfaction. Analytics show wide receiver aging curves clear. Decline often starts post-30, especially heavily relied upon in 20s. McLaurin has 394 catches in 6 years. Not extreme wear, but significant. His game partly reliant on speed and separation skills, historically declining as players enter 30s. Peters must consider financial implications. A Metcalf similar contract, suggesting 25 to 30 million per year. Massive cap commitment for entering traditionally declining years. With Jaden Daniels still on his rookie contract, this is our window to surround him with talent while he's affordable. Here's what makes me optimistic and why I think a deal happens. Albert Breer from Sports Illustrated reports Peters and Quinn aren't remotely upset with McLaurin this summer. Significant language suggests viewing this as business, not personal conflict. Moreover, Breer added Washington should go the extra mile to sign McLaurin before the Week 1 game against the Giants on September 7th. Respected insiders. Public advocacy often indicates hearing resolution likelihood. Jaden Daniels' CBS Sports Monday interview hinting McLaurin will be running out here hopefully soon in Washington's offense implies anticipation. Not lost prep. DraftKings Sportsbook continues. Washington listing 6th favorite for Super Bowl LX with plus 1,800 odds. Believe these odds stable amid serious McLaurin loss concerns? Sportsbooks have insider info and aren't lowering. Championship odds otherwise. What if a deal doesn't happen? Nervous scenario. Current receiver depth post-McLaurin includes Deebo Samuel Sr., acquired for veteran presence, dealing with own injuries. Luke McCaffrey, De'Ami Brown show flashes, but inconsistent WR2 options. Rookies still developing. Losing McLaurin risks more than offense stats, risks culture loss. He's epitomized professionalism in franchise history's darkest years. Daniel's security blanket, favorite target showing up every Sunday regardless. Turmoil. Are we letting him walk over age cap management during our best 30-plus year championship window? Believe Peters finds a way to work this. Maybe not exactly what Terry wants, but acknowledges his organization value, keeps him happy next 3 to 4 years, while Daniels develops into prime. Salary cap expected increase in coming years via new TV deals. Franchise value higher than ever. QB on rookie deal increases financial flexibility. Conditions exist for making Terry happy while maintaining fiscal responsibility. But the deal window is rapidly closing. Training camp underway. Preseason approaching. Regular season in just over a month. Each passing day raises holdout start likelihood. Disastrous for team chemistry and championship aspirations. Do you think Peters pulls a deal, keeping WR1 happy? Or are we entering the season with major questions at our most important offensive position after quarterback? There you have it. A rookie struggling with pro football demands, 2 legends writing final Hall of Fame chapters while transforming our defense, and a contract standoff determining if we're championship contenders or another team of unrealized Potential. Will Connolly find the strength and technique needed to protect Jaden's blindside? Will Wagner and Miller transform our defense into an elite unit, transferring their knowledge to the next generation? Will Peters open a checkbook, keeping Terry and Burgundy and Gold for maybe our best championship shot in decades? I'll say this. These answers decide if we're looking at a magical or another year of what-ifs and missed opportunities. You know I'll bring every detail, rumor, development from this organization we love and support through thick and thin. Decisions made now in Ashburn will echo through the next Commanders football decade. We're at a crossroads of veteran leadership meeting young talent, financial responsibility meeting championship hopes, loyalty meeting business reality. Let me know in comments. Which of these three situations concerns you most? Are you willing to pay whatever it takes to keep Terry? Do you believe our veteran defense can carry us if the offense struggles early while Connolly develops? If you want to be part of this family living and breathing Commanders football daily, analyzing every Peters move and never losing faith, then like and subscribe to the channel. Tomorrow we'll have even more explosive news, and you can't afford to miss what's coming next. This is our community, our Burgundy and Gold family, and together we follow every step of this journey towards excellence.